What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Mom and Son Show.
I'm the mom.
And I'm the son, and today we are going over our experience at the Wine and Food Festival at Disney's Epcot.
Exactly. It took us a couple tries to get here, but we're here.
We are here and we are ready to go. We are going to give you our take on what we thought of it. So let's go. Before we do that, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps our channel out. And Mom, what was your expectations going into the Food and Wine Festival?
Well, it is the Food and Wine Festival, so I was expecting lots of choices for food, lots of choices for wine, large expenses, and small portions.
And we've done it before, and the food variety of just every single different type of food is amazing. That's why you always do it, right? You always have a little bit of everything, and you try to world food. Mm-hmm. Whether or not that actually happened, we're going to let you guys know now.
Sounds good.
And where do we start off?
Mexico.
We all know we start out at Mexico, so let's give it a try.
The Mom and Son Show.
I'm the mom.
And I'm the son, and today we're at Disney's Epcot's one and only Food and Wine Festival. And you know the first stop has to be Mexico. Yeah, go
I
ahead.
was just going to say, it just started July 27th, so it's only a couple days old.
And I don't care if it's a food wine festival. Mexico, first stop, always margaritas.
Always
at
top
La
shelf.
Cantina, top shelf. That's where you got to stop. Let's move on to the next one.
And I couldn't have said it any better. You cannot start off anywhere else but Mexico.
And you know why? Because if you start off at Canada, you might not make it back to Mexico.
That is true. And we found out that you really, on any given day, the best margaritas can be inside or outside. Mm-hmm. It's just dependent on that day, because outside was very good.
It was wonderful.
And the time before that, the ones inside were subpar. So I just don't know. There's no madness. It's just all madness.
Yep.
It's just crazy.
Yep.
But
the majority of the time, they're always good.
it's margaritas.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with margaritas. It always gets you ready to go. Mom, where are we going to next?
I have no clue.
All right, well, let's just get into it.
I think the Brewing Lab.
The Brewing Lab. Here we go.
Yeah.
Back a little bit from Mexico, because we skipped the Brew Lab here. It wasn't open when we first went by. But we went in, we had some snacks. I had the buffalo chicken tenders.
The impossible
Buffalo chicken tenders. Mom, what did you have?
I had the Brussels sprouts.
And then Dad had the wings. Mm-hmm. And man, it is hot. Very
about
spicy.
Spice.
Flavor. Mm-hmm. If you like hot and flavor, this is the spot to go. Very good. The prices weren't bad, like $7 for chicken wings.
And mine was $5.50, and it was a nice,
Brussels sprouts.
Container with the Brussels sprouts.
Very good. Great start, tasting day, but let's move on past Mexico.
And here is some of the pictures that we had. Mom, that's your Brussels sprouts you were talking about.
Brussels sprouts. Now, I will tell you, I went out on a limb here because it's a plant-based option, and I'm not obviously plant-based, but I like Brussels sprouts if they're made well. And this is also made with a cheese that I'm not really that comfortable with, which of course I can't read, the blue cheese. I'm not really a fan of blue cheese.
That's a very difficult one. I'm glad you had to look at it.
I was trying to figure out which one it was. But in this dish itself, I loved it. It had a lot of spice to it, which everything at this place was spicy. It was very good. You see the size of it. There was a great portion. It was only $5.50.
It wasn't bad. But we don't know. We had some skippage on our side, so we don't know if you got it on this video, but it was $5.50, something like that. So great prices. My dad had the wings that you see in the picture on the right. That was very spicy as well. And I had the boneless wings, which was also spicy, deliciousness. It was very good overall. We enjoyed this stop.
Thumbs up on that
Thumbs
stop.
up on that stop. Moving on to India. India is one of the markets in the street, like one of the carts. What do you call them? The pop-ups. So let's see what we got there.
India, and we had the spiced
curry spiced crispy cheese with the mango curry sauce.
Mango curry ketchup sauce. And this is what it looks like. It's just a block of cheese, really, with crispy. It's fire. I really enjoyed it. What do you think, Mom?
It was okay. It wasn't my favorite because I'm not a curry person.
And she's not a cheese person either.
No,
so
I love
that
cheese.
Doesn't help at all.
I
You
love
hate
cheese.
cheese. You hate
I love
cheese.
cheese.
Moving on.
So Mom and I are laughing at that because she actually does like cheese,
love cheese.
but I'm just
I love
giving her a
cheese.
hard time. It's pretty funny, but the food itself, I really liked it. I liked that there was a little bit of curry inside, like melted around the cheese, which gave it a different type of flavor than just a mozzarella stick.
The curry didn't throw me off as much as I think it was really overcooked.
Yeah, it
was
might have
like
been, yeah.
it was like a little bit thicker mozzarella stick that you might get at a happy hour.
Yeah.
So I expected the cheese to be like gooey and stretchy and runny,
Yeah.
and it was really hard.
And the sauce was spicy. The sauce was spicy. So I think that one overall was. I'd give it like a 6. It was okay. It wasn't like I'd go back for it just for that.
And when you said 6, the first thing that came to my mind is it's really subjective.
Yeah.
What we score it, because it depends on what your taste buds are.
And my opinion is the only one that matters. So we're going to go into Morocco now, which I just got back from a vacation from Morocco. So we wanted to test out
he
the
thinks
lamb.
He's the expert.
I
We'll
never
see.
said that.
We shall see.
I know that.
In Morocco for the Food and Wine Festival, and we had what?
Well, at the Tangerine Cafe, they're offering a Moroccan lamb. And since the son, just came back from Morocco, he's going to give us a description as to how it compared.
So we both had the lamb. It was pretty good. I mean, lamb is just like any meat. As long as you don't overcook it, it tastes good. It was nice. $6.25, not bad price. And it's pretty filling too.
Had a nice flavor to it. Yep.
Yeah, not bad. So we're going to keep moving on. We're going to let you know.
So this is what it looked like, the lamb, and it doesn't look very appetizing. I definitely will say that, but it was not bad. The sauce on top had a nice flavor to it. And what did you think of lamb?
I thought it was very flavorful. It was a little bit hard to cut into because I guess we should have got a knife. But
You just bite it.
but other than that, I liked the vegetables, the little slaw that's next to it, and it was a good flavor. Very good.
It was not bad at all. It for sure was not bad at all. I don't have. Oh, I skipped over Germany.
Oh no.
Silly me.
Yeah.
So we're going to go to Germany right now, and this is actually Morocco was our last stop because it was just so darn hot, and we knew something was coming in. Stick around for that. But let's go ahead in Germany, and then we'll give you our take on that.
We're at Germany now.
And ham and
Looked very
potatoes.
blah.
It was blah. It wasn't
Very
much to
blah.
write home about.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Very, very blah. And sorry if you missed some of it. It was a cheese and ham. I muted it a little bit because new to this technology. But it was bad.
I couldn't really express what it looked like. It didn't look anything like the picture that you'll see online, like when you pull up the menus. But it was basically a little slice of a baguette and a slice of ham thrown on there with some cheese and 1 or 2 grapes.
It was horrible. But by
Stay
that
away.
time, we were
Stay
just... You saw our attitude. I mean, it was so bad.
It was bad.
But let's go ahead and talk about what you thought of the Food and Wine Festival. Because that was our last stop before we had to go because it never kept us there.
So my thought is I was a little bit disappointed. I thought there would be more options for drinks and especially the wines. I mean, you had mentioned this before earlier that there really wasn't that much of a choice for wines.
Yeah, it's called the Food and Wine Festival. It should be called the Food and Alcohol Festival because they never added any more wines.
I believe there were 31 stations, or there will be when everything's up and running. Some things don't open up until August 15th and others open up the middle of September. Because remember, it goes through the middle of November. So my thought is that in another 2 months, it might be totally different than what we just experienced.
Yeah, maybe.
So,
I mean, they got to change something because our experience was very subpar. It was not anything to write home about or to be like, hey, let's go back next month because it was so fantastic.
Mm-hmm. And part of it is too that we were very, very hot.
It was disgusting hot. Yes.
It's like when you get hangry.
Yeah.
You're just like. But before we go, one thing that I do want to mention is if you are planning a trip specifically for the Food and Wine Festival, there is an app that you can get. It's WDW Food App. and it will pull up, if you install it, it will pull up all of the festivals that Disney World has, and you can pull up specifically the 2023 Food and Wine Festival, and it will give you every single menu item. It will let you look at what ingredients are on there. You can save it. Like if you have 3 choices and there's one that you 100% want to try, click on taste this or something like that. It's awesome. So go ahead and do that. But I do want to say that my opinions right now, I think, is because it's so new right now.
Yeah, so she always tries to give Disney credit when, like, Universal, their Mardi Gras is spot on
Everything's
from
not
start.
open yet.
Why would you open up something when it's not open?
Because they're trying to make more money.
Yeah, of course, because that's what
They're a
Disney
business.
does. For me, it's a 5 out of 10. They're lucky they got a 5. I think Mom rated it a 6 out of 10 before, and she's still trying to talk highly of Disney for some reason. Go to a different park. It's not.
I'm
worth
going
the
to try
time.
it again. I'm
She's
hoping
gonna
to get
try it again.
up there before the middle of November when they end and see if my opinions change.
All right, well, we can try that. We
Okay.
can try that.
Yeah.
But I did leave you on a little cliffhanger of why we had to leave early, and
Okay.
this is why.
Because it isn't just the heat.
Yes, and this is why.
All right, guys, and when there is Florida, there's always rain. Know when to quit. We left early, right in the nick of time, because as you can see, or can't see, whoa, we would have got drenched.
But we made it back in time with not one drop of rain hitting us.
Absolutely, because we know. Thanks.
I hope that came out.
I hope it came out too. My computer's kind of old, so it was running high on CPU usage.
And if we look like we got caught in the rain, we did not. That was from the heat.
Yeah, but it absolutely downpoured probably 30 minutes after we left the park,
It was bad.
because
It was
we
bad.
know when to leave the park.
Yep.
Because we don't want to get wet anymore.
No.
But we did have a great time. It was fun. The food was not as expensive as we thought.
No.
It was very cheap.
No,
so
it
that
was-
is one positive note.
And the portions were large.
The portions were okay.
Yeah.
The food, drink, the drink prices were always, but that's
Yeah,
drink prices.
pretty much the
But
same.
Mom, let's go ahead and hear the jokes so we can get out of here and leave you lovely people.
So why did the banana go to the doctor?
Because they were feeling yellow, or because they were peeling?
They weren't peeling well.
They weren't peeling well. Isn't feeling yellow like not
No, that
feeling
would
very
be
good?
Blue.
Feeling blue.
Feeling blue.
Mm.
So you do know that throughout the festival, whatever you were doing when you were drinking and eating, that there was a bird with us every single time.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, yeah. You want to know what that bird is?
No.
The swallow. So anyway, guys, have a great night. I'm the mom.
And I'm the son, and this is the Mom and Son Show.